सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम श्री गणेशाय नमः। ओम श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः। ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। समस्त जन कल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं। पठामि संस्कृतं नित्यं वदामि संस्कृतं सदा ध्यायामि संस्कृतं सम्यक् वन्दे संस्कृतमातरम्। हरि ओम, नमो नमः। We'll start. So as always, we are going to begin with a verse. Today is a Subhashita, very beautiful verse. First phrase is well known also. I am sure you all have heard this phrase. So let us chant the verse together. First, please repeat after me. Vidya dadati vinayam, vinayadyati patratam, पात्रत्वाद् धनमाप्नोति, धनाद् धर्मस्ततः सुखम्। विद्या ददाति विनयं, विनयाद् पात्रतां, पात्रत्वाद् धनमाप्नोति, धनाद् धर्मस्ततः सुखम्. So first phrase, as I said, is very well known. Vidya dadati vinayam. Now here vinayadyati can be written together. Patratvad dhanam can be written together. Dhanad dharma also can be written together. Dharmastata sukham. I have just written it with sandhi separated so that it is easy to understand. Now let us see the meaning. Vidya vinayam dadati. The beauty of the Subhashitas is it just tells a thing like a matter of fact. Vidya vinayam dadati. Knowledge gives humility. Now please, there are lots of things that we need to understand from this one statement. Vidya dadati vinayam means what? The real knowledge always gives humility. So if by gaining certain knowledge, if you have become arrogant, know that you have not understood. You have not gained the knowledge. Why? Because knowledge gives humility. Vidya dadati vinayam. Okay? It's a matter of fact. There is one very beautiful example that the Mahatmas always give is when the mango tree is laden with all mangoes, it bends. Right? Only the tree with no fruits, with nothing to give, stands tall. That which has got so much to give and so much of knowledge always becomes humble. And we can see this, if you ask some 6th standard, 7th standard school going boy, do you understand science? Oh yeah, science, everything, I know very well. Okay, what kind of physics, chemistry, biology, zoology, whatever you ask, I know everything. And a person who has done PhD in physics, you ask that person, do you understand science? He says, not complete science. My area is physics. In that also, I am working on this particular theory. In that also, this is my particular area. Why? Because when I don't know anything, I feel that I know everything. Because little bit I know and I think that that is everything. The more we get into the knowledge, the more we understand that more is there to learn. So we become humble. Also, knowledge gives humility because the real knowledge tells us that everything is happening by God's grace. The more we understand this, the more we become humble. So if at the end of this transaction of knowledge, if a person becomes arrogant, after this class is over, then you say, I know everything in Sanskrit. Then the person who really knows little bit of Sanskrit will smile and say, very good. Why? Because you know that the Sanskrit is such a vast subject. For that matter, any subject in the world is so vast that we cannot know everything. See, the grandeur of world, God's world is like that only. There is nothing in the world that we know completely. Let us take example of flower. Take a flower in hand, and if you ask the question, do you know this flower? Somebody who knows little bit about the flower will tell the name of the flower. But you get a person who understands botany, etc. He says, no, there is lot more to understand from that flower. And then they will do the, cross section of the flower, and then they will explain what all things are there. Even an atom, we cannot understand completely. No object in the world we understand completely. There is no single person in the whole world who understands everything. For that matter, forget about everything. Even one thing the person doesn't understand fully. Computers you take for example. Even the person who made computer doesn't understand computer completely. There is nothing in the world that anybody understands completely. And the moment we get this, we become humble. Why? Because we understand actually that we are nothing in this entire scheme of things. We are just one small link, that's it. So vidya dadati vinayam. Knowledge always makes a person humble, gives humility. Then what? Vinayat yati patratam. Vinayat. From humility, not from knowledge, from humility one gains eligibility. Please correct it, okay? Not from knowledge, from humility. From humility one gains eligibility. Vinayat. Vinayat patratam yati. Means what? Knowledge gives humility. Now that humility makes a person eligible. Eligible for what? Eligible for doing anything. See, you go to some company for interview. Okay. They will check your vidya, no doubt. They will have their technical round, etc., where they will understand in your core subject how much you have understood, what is your expertise, etc., etc. But the decision of whether to take you or not will be taken by your vinaya, humility. If a person is too arrogant, doesn't know how to speak to people, etc., they will not take such person. Why? Because that is not eligibility. Unless humility is there, that humility alone will give eligibility for anything. For us to do anything, humility gives that eligibility. So, vinayat patratam yati. Patratvat dhanam apnoti. Patratvat dhanam apnoti. From eligibility one gains wealth. Saha dhanam apnoti. Kopi. Any person. So, from knowledge comes humility. From humility comes eligibility. From eligibility now, a person can earn money. You are eligible for doing something, you get a job, etc. You start earning money. Then what? Dhanat dharma. Beautiful. From wealth, one can do dharma. Dharma has got a wide range of meanings. Okay. There is no equivalent term in English for dharma, and therefore dharma is kept like this, because dharma means so many things. Dharma means righteousness. Dharma means one's own duties. Swadharma. Right? Dharma can also mean social service, etc. Dharma can means protecting the nation, protecting the religion. All those meanings can come in the word dharma. And therefore, dhanat dharma. From wealth comes following of dharma. One can do dharma. Now here also there are so many things that are to be reflected upon. See, Subhashitas are like they just say something, then we have to reflect and bring out different new things from it. Dhanat dharma. See, generally we have 4 purusharthas we speak of. I am not going to elaborate much, but just giving you hint on which line you can think. So dharma, artha, kama, moksha, we say are 4 purusharthas, 4 goals of life, 4 pursuits of human life. Dharma, artha, kama and moksha. Dharma in general means righteousness, right? Artha means wealth. Just rough translation. Kama means desires. Desire for, living a comfortable life. And moksha means liberation. Now we are always told that if you want to earn wealth, artha, you should do it in accordance with dharma. There is a very famous, see, all these are explained in Upanishad Ganga also. If you see Upanishad Ganga, the TV serial produced by Chinmaya Mission, which is also available now on YouTube, you can watch. It's a beautiful half an hour episodes are there, 52 episodes are there. In that, these 4 episodes are there on dharma, artha, kama, moksha, etc. And in that artha episode, the story of Vishnugupta, Chanakya is there. And there he says one very beautiful thing. He says, dharma se arjit kiya hua artha artha hai. Adharma se arjit kiya hua artha anartha hai. Artha, wealth that is gained through dharma is actual wealth. If that wealth is gained through adharma by wrong means, then that wealth itself becomes the cause of calamity. It brings you down. So, artha should be gained in accordance with dharma. Kama should be fulfilled in accordance with dharma. Moksha should be reached by following the path of dharma. That's why dharma is put as the first purushartha, because that's the basis. Now here beautifully how it is explained, even after gaining artha through righteous means, that artha should be used for righteous means, for righteous purpose. Kama should be used for righteous purpose. That's the beauty of our Indian culture. That you gain money. There is absolutely no problem in gaining more and more money. Nowhere it is said that you should have less money. Actually, even in the Upanishad, it is said that tasyeva prithvi sa vittasya purnasyat. That a young person is such who can gain any amount of money in the whole world. He can become wealthiest person. That is a true young person. That is how Taittiriya Upanishad explains. So there is no problem in earning wealth. But the wealth should be earned in accordance with dharma, and the wealth should be used for dharma. Dhanat dharma. Why? Because tatas sukham. Because joy which you want, you will gain only from that dharma. So tataha has 2 meanings. Tataha means thereafter, or tataha can also means from it, panchami vibhakti. Tasmat tatas sukham. Sukham. So what is the logic? Knowledge gives humility. Knowledge gives humility. Humility makes a person eligible. So humility gives eligibility. Eligibility gains wealth, gives you us wealth. From wealth we can do dharma, and from dharma we can be happy, sukha. So vidya, vinaya, patratva, dhana, dharma, sukha. Sukha is what everybody wants. How knowledge can give sukha? Through this logic. Okay. Beautiful verse. Again, panchami vibhakti is what we had seen in the last session. So see panchami vibhakti, vinayat, from humility, patratvat, from eligibility, dhanat, from wealth, tataha, from dharma. So again panchami vibhakti is used, hetu arthe panchami. From that something is born, from that something is gained, from that something comes out. Okay. Beautiful verse. Let us read again and then we will go forward. Together. Vidya dadati vinayam vinayadyati patratam patratva dhanamapnoti dhanad dharmastatas sukham. So knowledge gives humility, humility gives eligibility, eligibility gives wealth, wealth gives, through wealth one can follow dharma, and that following of dharma gives joy. Right? Okay. Now let us revise what we have seen in the last session. Usages of panchami vibhakti. We saw panchami vibhakti, fifth case. It's also called as ablative case. Correct? Ablative case. That panchami vibhakti, karaka is apadana karaka. Karaka is how it is connected to the verb through apadana. Apadana means the place of separation. So the first usage is apadane panchami, the place of separation. Gramat, deshat, grihat, vidyalayat, like that. From where somebody is coming, from where somebody is separating. Apadane panchami. First usage is the place of separation. That is in panchami vibhakti. Second, to show comparison between two things. Than. Somebody is better than someone. Somebody is taller than someone. Somebody is shorter than someone. That than, whoever is compared, with whomever the karta is, the subject is compared, that also is in panchami vibhakti. Shri Krishna Balaramat Shamalaha, last time we had seen examples, right? So to show comparison. Third usage, hetu arthe, to indicate the cause, because of or due to. Just now we saw the verse where the cause is indicated. Last time also from Bhagavad Gita also we had seen examples, right? The famous ladder of fall, kamat krodho bijayate, krodhat bhavati sammoha, sammohat smriti vibhramaha, smriti bhramshat, buddhinasha, buddhinashat, or everywhere panchami vibhakti is used. Hetu arthe panchami. Next usage, with these special verbs, jugupsate, viramati, pramadyati, bibheti, rakshati. Jugupsate, escapes, viramati, retires, pramadyati, slips, bibheti, fears, rakshati, protects. With all these verbs, panchami vibhakti is used. With all these verbs. Right? So from what the person is escaping, from what that person is retiring, from what that person is sleeping, from whom he is afraid, and from whom that person is protected. All of that from is panchami vibhakti. And last usage we saw with these avyayas. This is upapada vibhakti usage. With the avyayas, bahihi, grihad bahihi, outside the house. Arabhya, starting. So we always say starting from you up to you. You say no, starting from. So start from means panchami. Arabhya. Rite or vina, in the meaning of without. For this vina we had also seen dvitiya, tritiya can also be used. Right? Purvaha purvam, before. Paraha param, afterwards or higher. In that meaning also, comparison also, with all these avyayas, panchami vibhakti is used. These avyayas are not declining. With these avyayas, panchami vibhakti is used. Now, let me just tell one more thing before we go forward. Earlier, we had seen one kind of, when we were studying avyayas, we had seen one kind of taddhita. Long back we had seen that. Kridanta taddhita. Remember, kridanta means noun pratipadika which is formed from dhatu. And taddhita means one noun or one pratipadika is formed from another pratipadika. That is called as taddhita. And in that, we had seen one taddhita that ends with taha. So suppose, let us say for example, griha. Griha is one pratipadika. Griha means house. Now from this pratipadika, another pratipadika is created by adding taha. Grihataha means from house. And then it becomes avyaya. Grihatah remains grihatah. These are many avyayas are there in the last type of avyaya. We had seen this. Grihatah, gramatah, from the village. Then nagaratah, from the city. Vrikshatah, from the tree. So if you see carefully, suppose you don't know what is panchami vibhakti form. Okay. See, example, if it is akaranta shabda, then you know you have to add ta, grammar. Isn't it? Grammar. Grammar. Vrikshat. Vrikshat phalam patati. So we know these kind of forms. But there are complicated words also sometimes. Vidya. What will be the panchami vibhakti of Vidya? We don't know yet. We have not studied. So it is Vidyaya, but we don't know. So suppose you don't know how the form is going to be, you add this taha in the meaning of panchami. In the meaning of panchami, this taha is added. Vidyataha means from knowledge. It is not panchami. It is in the meaning of panchami, this tadhita pratyaya is added to make it into avyaya. Now vidyataha has become avyaya. Okay. So this is also something that we had seen earlier. I just wanted you to understand with respect to panchami vibhakti. Everything here, grihatah, gramatah, nagaratah, vrikshatah, whenever we add taha as tadhita pratyaya, this taha is tadhita pratyaya. When it is added to make a pratipadika into avyaya, earlier we had seen, then it is in the meaning of panchami vibhakti. Gramatah, from the village, nagaratah, from the city, vrikshatah, from the tree, grihatah, from the house, mandiratah, vidyalayatah. Everywhere we can put taha in the meaning of panchami vibhakti. Okay. This is in the meaning of panchami vibhakti, something that we had seen earlier. I just wanted you to connect. Just to remind, when we were seeing avyayas, we had seen two tadhita pratyayas that make a pratipadika into avyaya. One was vat pratyaya. Vat pratyaya. Like. Rajju sarpavat. Rajju sarpavat. Vat is like. Then also the pratipadika then becomes avyaya. And then second one we had seen was taha. So with this taha, if you add taha tadhita pratyaya to the pratipadika, it will become avyaya, and the meaning of that entire word avyaya will be in the meaning of panchami vibhakti. Okay, especially with respect to this place of separation, apadane panchami. Okay, done. All right. Let us go forward. What is there now? Now we are going to see the next vibhakti, which is Shashthi Vibhakti. Shashthi, sixth case. Shashthi, sixth. Sixth case. It's called as genitive case. Genitive case. Okay. Remember, Prathama Vibhakti, nominative case. Dvitiya Vibhakti, accusative case. Tritiya Vibhakti, instrumental case. Chaturthi Vibhakti, dative case. Panchami Vibhakti, ablative case. And now we are into Shashthi Vibhakti, second last, genitive case. Okay. Remember all the karakas also. Prathama Vibhakti is kartru karaka, subject. Dvitiya Vibhakti is karma karaka, object. Tritiya Vibhakti is karana karaka, instrument. Chaturthi Vibhakti is sampradana karaka, the receiver. And Panchami Vibhakti is apadana karaka, place of separation. Now for Shashthi Vibhakti, there is no Karaka. What do you mean no Karaka? Means genitive case is generally used to indicate relation between two nouns of a sentence not connected to the verb directly. Karaka means what? Karaka means, see, earlier also we had seen this Karaka and Upapada. What is this? This is connection between word and verb. This is connection between one word and another word of a sentence. Correct? Karaka Vibhakti, Upapada Vibhakti. Earlier also we have seen. So Dvitiya onwards we had seen that some usages are Karaka Vibhakti usages, some Vibhakti usages are Upapada Vibhakti. Means what? Whenever the word is directly connected to the verb, the word will be in a particular Vibhakti according to the particular Karaka. Means what? If the word is Karma, object, then it will be in Dvitiya Vibhakti. If it is an instrument, Karana, then it will be in Tritiya Vibhakti. If it is the receiver, Chaturthi Vibhakti. If it is the place of separation, Panchami Vibhakti. These are the usages according to the word, how the word is connecting to the verb. Now, here in case of Shashthi Vibhakti, what is happening? Never the word in Shashthi Vibhakti, in the sixth case, is never connected to the verb directly. It is always connected to another word which is connected to the verb. That next word will be connected to the verb because that will be in different Vibhakti, Pratama, Dvitiya, Tritiya, Chaturthi, Panchami, Saptami, etc. So that will be connected to the verb, but this Vibhakti, Shashthi Vibhakti word will always have connection with another word and not directly with the verb. So through this word, it is connected to the verb, but not directly, and therefore Shashthi Vibhakti, whatever word is there in Shashthi Vibhakti, it is connected only with another word, not with the verb. Is this point clear? So for Shashthi Vibhakti, all usages are going to be Upapada Vibhakti usage. Upapada Vibhakti. There is no Karaka Vibhakti in Shashti. There is not possible. It's not going to be there. Clear? Clear? Now, what are the usages? First usage, let us see, Swaswami Sambandha. Now, connection, no? Genitive case is generally used to indicate relationship between two nouns, right? So, those two nouns can be two living beings or one living being and an object. So, first is to indicate relationship of owner and owned objects. So, owner and what I am owning. This relationship is shown by Shashthi Vibhakti. Example, Aham mama lekhanya likhami. Carefully. Aham likhami. Aham likhami, I am writing. Okay. So, aham is connected with the verb. How? Through subject. Aham, Prathama Vibhakti, subject, likhami, I am writing. Or I write. General present tense also is okay. Now, one word here added, lekhanya likhami. Aham lekhanya likhami. Aham likhami, lekhanya likhami. Now, lekhanya is connected as what? As instrument. Aham, I am writing by pen. Pen. That is instrument. Karana, Karaka, Tritiya Vibhakti. Now, to that one more thing is added. Mama lekhanya likhami. Aham likhami, I am writing by my pen. Mama, Shashthi Vibhakti. My pen. So what? Now, my pen indicates what? That the pen is the owned object and I am the owner of the object. So between me and lekhani, pen, there is a connection of owner and owned. And this connection is shown through Shashthi Vibhakti where mama is used. Mama lekhanya. Through my pen. Second example, tasya pustakam etat. Etat, this is tasya pustakam. This is his book. His book means what? He is the owner. Book is the owned object. It is his book. Now carefully also here, asti. Asti is to be understood, isn't it? Whenever any verb is not there, we understand the verb asti. So, tasya pustakam etad asti. Etad tasya pustakam asti. When we say, carefully note, tasya asti has no connection. Tasya kim asti. So, tasya pustakam asti. So, tasya is connected to pustakam. Shashthi Vibhakti word is connected to another word. And then that word is connected to the verb. Pustakam asti. Through Prathama Vibhakti, subject of the sentence. Right? Here also you see, aham likhami, okay. Lekhanya likhami, that is also okay. But mama is connected to lekhanya. Mama likhami has no meaning. Mama likhami, what is this mama likhami? Aham likhami, correct. I am writing. Lekhanya likhami, writing by pen. That's also okay. I write by pen. Mama lekhanya likhami. By my pen. So this my is connected to this by pen, and then that by pen is connected to write. So I write by my pen, right? I write by my pen. So what is happening here? Carefully note, swaswami sambandha means what? Swa, swami. Swa means what is the object. Swami means the owner. So now here I am the owner, object is pen. He is the owner in the second example, object is book. Right? Book is the object, pustakam. Now to show this relationship of owner and owned, I is aham, but Shashthi Vibhakti is used and therefore I changes to mama. He is saha, Shashthi Vibhakti is tasya. So when it is said tasya pustakam, Shashthi Vibhakti, it shows the relationship of owner and owned. Mama graham, my house. Everywhere, Shashthi Vibhakti is very often used because relationship is something which is always there in all our sentences, isn't it? This is my house, this is my car, my is everywhere. Yours, his, hers, Rama's book, Krishna's book, all these apostrophe S in English, no? That is this Swaswami Sambandha, apostrophe S. Okay, so to indicate relationship of owner and owned object, Shashthi Vibhakti is used. Second, to show relationship between living beings. Now this owner and owned object was living being connected with the object. Now what? Relationship between two living beings. Shri Ramaha Dasharathasya putraha asit. Shri Ramaha asit. Shri Rama was what? Putraha asit. Sri Rama was son. Whose son? Dasharatha's son. Son of Dasharatha. Apostrophe S in English is in the meaning of isn't it? My means of me. Yours means of you. His, of him. In the same way, Dasharatha's son. Sri Rama was Dasharatha's son. Now that Dasharatha's or of Dasharatha is indicated by Shashthi Vibhakti. Of preposition is used for Shashti. Ishwarasya Maya Duratyaya Asti. In Bhagavad Gita, 7th chapter, isn't it? Daivi Hesha Gunamayi Mama Maya Duratyaya. Mama Maya, Bhagavan Shri Krishna says, Mama Maya, Ishwarasya Maya Duratyaya. Duratyaya means difficult to cross. Maya is delusory power of the Lord Ishwarasya Duratyaya is difficult to cross. So of whenever we are using, this is my pen. My pen means pen of me. Tasya pustakam, this is book of him. of him, tasya, of Dasharatha, Dasharathasya, of Ishvara, Ishvarasya, of the Lord. Okay, so either to indicate relationship between a living being and an object, or to indicate relationship between two living beings, Shashthi Vibhakti is used. Next, third usage, in the meaning of have or has. Now this is a very, very particular usage because we are studying in English, this kind of usage is there. Otherwise this usage has no meaning in Sanskrit as such. What do you mean? In English, we use these kind of statements. I have a pen. See, I have a pen. Now, how do you translate I have a pen? Mama lekhani asti. I have a pen. I have a pen. Okay. Now, if you take that I have a pen out of your mind and just read Mama lekhani asti, what it literally means is asti is there. Lekhani, pen. My pen is there. My pen is there. This is the reason why in India, when we are talking in English, we use the word there a lot. My pen is there. There means where. It is not in that meaning of Saptami Vibhakti, there, where, everywhere. Not in that meaning. To say that my present, this is my pen or I have a pen, we use the word my pen is there. Okay. Class is there. In other countries, when they listen to this kind of English, they say, what class is there means what? Class is where? No. Class is there means there is class. There is class today. That way we use it. Why? Mama lekhani asti. That is how our regional languages are. That's how Sanskrit is. Okay. So I have a pen. You say Mama lekhani asti. Sitayaha veni asti. Veni. The hair is put in pleats, no? So Sita has pleats. Sitayaha veni asti. So Shashthi Vibhakti is used. In the meaning of have or has. I have a pen. She has this. In that meaning also Shashthi Vibhakti is used. For translation, etc., this is very important. Otherwise, this third usage has no meaning. It's only because English, we are studying Sanskrit through English. Therefore, we are understanding this particular usage. Okay. So the first usage is Swaswami Sambandha between a living being and object. Second usage is the relationship between two living beings. Third usage is have or has, in the meaning of have or has. Now next usage, Hetu Arthe. I had told you that this Hetu Arthe comes Tritiya, Chaturthi, Panchami, now Shashti also, but in Shashti, Hetu Arthe not that way. You have to use the word Hetoho. Hetoho actually is in Panchami Vibhakti. With this word Hetoho, Shashti Vibhakti is used. Let us understand. Ravanaha kamasya hetoho sitam apaharat. Understand. Ravanaha apaharat. Ravana kidnapped. Whom? Sita ji. So Ravanaha sitam apaharat. Ravana kidnapped Sita ji. Now, why? What was the cause? Kamasya hetoho. Because of desire. Now, you please note, the word hetoho is used to show that there is a cause. And what is the cause? That is in Shashti Vibhakti. Kamasya hetoho. So, Ravana kidnapped Sita ji because of desire. This is one way of looking at, one way of translating. Another way is Ravana kidnapped Sita ji for the purpose, how say, kamasya hetoho, out now, for, how to say, for the cause of desire, better, for the cause of desire. For the cause of desire. Means what? Due to. That due to is mentioned by hetoho. Due to what? Kama. Aham pathanasya hetoho patashalam gacchami. Aham patashalam gacchami. I am going to school. For what? Pathanasya hetoho. For the purpose of studying. So of studying, no? Pathanasya. That becomes Shashthi Vibhakti. This way it is hetu arthe. Please note, Tritiya Vibhakti and Panchami Vibhakti are used as hetu arthe because they directly can indicate the cause. Jnanena, jnanat, directly can indicate cause. Chaturthi Vibhakti is used as hetu arthe through employing in the action for the purpose of putting into action. Right? Jnanaya. Now here Shashti Vibhakti is used as hetu arthe not by itself but with the word hetoho alone. Only when the word hetoho is there, then that Shashti Vibhakti is useful. Kamasya hetoho, patanasya hetoho, gamanasya hetoho, etc. etc. Okay, only with the word hetoho Shashti Vibhakti is used to indicate the cause. Please note this point, very, very, very important point. Next one, with avyas. Now lots of avyas are there with whom Shashti Vibhakti is used. Upari, upari, above. Adhaha, below. Purataha, in front. Or agre, samaksham, in front. Paschat, behind. Or prushtataha. Dakshinataha, on the right side. Vamataha, on the left hand side. Krite, for the sake of. For the sake of. So with all these avyas, Shashti Vibhakti is used. Now if you carefully see, if I stand like this, no, then directions are shown. Above, below, in front, behind, on right side, on left side. All directions, when I have to use, Shashti Vibhakti is to be used with these words. Example, let us see. Grihasya upari kakaha asti. Now griha, house, we are going to take it as the centerpiece. Now what is there on top of the house? Grihasya upari kakaha asti. Kakaha, 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 crow. On top of house, there is crow. Grihasya adhaha mushakaha. Asti, etc. Now you add, not required. Grihasya adha, below the house. Grihasya adha, below the house, what is there? Mushakaha. Mushaka means rat. Grihasya purataha, in front of the house, or agre samaksham, kridanganam. There is kridangana. Kridangana means playground is there. Ground is there. Playground. Grihasya paschat or prishtataha samudraha. Ah, kya baat hai, wah. Behind the house, what is there? Ocean is there. What a great house. On top, crow is there. Down, mushaka, rat is there. Okay, that is fine. But in front is kridangana, playground, and behind is samudra. Ocean is there. Grihasya dakshinataha amra vrikshaha. On the right hand side of the house, amra vriksha, there is a mango tree. Tatha, tasya vamataha, and on its left side, vata vrikshaha, banyan tree is there. See? So, what is the point? The point is, with these avyas, upari, Shashti Vibhakti is used. Grihasya upari, grihasya adha, grihasya purataha, grihasya agre, grihasya samaksham, grihasya paschat, grihasya prishtataha, grihasya dakshinataha, grihasya vamataha or tasya vamataha. With all these avyas, Shashti Vibhakti is used. So suppose you want to describe, no, what is there in front, what is there behind, what is there, on left side, right side, top, down, above, below, what is there, Shashti Vibhakti is used. Now, different examples can be used. Mandirasya. Mandirasya agre kim asti tadaga asti. There is a pond in front of a temple. Vithi asti. There is a road in front of the temple. Whatever you want, you can use. Okay. But with all these avyas, Shashti Vibhakti is used. And last one is krite, for the sake of. Tava krite aham gacchami. For your sake I am going. We say this kind of sentences at our home, no? to our parents, etc. I'm going only because you said, okay. For your sake I am going, otherwise I would not have gone. Tava krite. So you see, tava. Tava is Shashthi Vibhakti of tvam. Tvam means you, tava. For your sake. For the sake of you. Aham gacchami, I am going. So with this, again, avyaya krite, Shashthi Vibhakti is used. Tava krite, tasya krite. Okay, Shashthi Vibhakti. So first usage was Swaswami Sambandha. Second usage was relationship between two living beings. Third usage, what was the third usage? Have has, in the meaning of have has. Fourth usage we saw with the word hetoho. And fifth usage with all these avyas. Now next one. Sixth usage, nirdharana shashti. Nirdharane means to show comparison. Now here the comparison is for superlative degree. Among, to show that kind of comparison, Shashthi Vibhakti is used. Remember last Panchami Vibhakti also, last class we had seen, to show comparison between two things, Panchami Vibhakti is used. But here among all of those people, there is somebody who is best. So this is superlative degree. Let us see example. Chhatranam Krishna Shrestha. Chhatranam, among all the students, Krishna is the best. So among the group is indicated by Shashthi Vibhakti. Who is great is Prathama Vibhakti only. But among whom? Manujanam Arjuna Shrestha. Among all the human beings, Arjuna is the best. Naranarayana, Sakshat. Okay. So Arjuna is the best. So among whom? That is in Shashti. Okay. Nirdharana Shashti. Not entire, but lots of words in 10th chapter of Gita, where Bhagavan is showing vibhutis, this Nirdharana Shashti is used. Where he is saying, among them I am this, among these people I am this, among these people I am this, isn't it? Pandavanam Dhananjaya, he says, among Pandavas I am the Dhananjaya. Vrishninam Vasudevosmi, Pandavanam Dhananjaya, etc. You see the entire 10th chapter of Gita, there is all Nirdharana Shashti is there. Among whom, that is in Shashti Vibhakti, plural, you see plural, Chhatranam, Chhatrasya is not said, Chhatranam, among all the students, Manujanam, among all the human beings. Why? Because when you say among, plural only has to be there. Plural only has to be there. Also, Saptami can also be used. This also I had mentioned in the last class, and in the next session when we are seeing Saptami Vibhakti, we will be seeing these usages. Nirdharana. Chhatreshu, Manujeshu, etc. Saptami Vibhakti can also be used. To show the comparison to best among whom. So among whom, that is in Shashti. Who is best is in Prathama. Okay, so this is the sixth usage. Seventh usage is equal to, not to show better. Equal to, tulya. Bhavan Ishwarasya tulya bhavati. You are equal to God. Carefully note. Tulya, equal to is possible in Shashti Vibhakti. Suppose you want to say better than Panchami Vibhakti. Previous Vibhakti, for comparing between two things. Suppose you want to say they both are equal. Okay. So, Bhavan Ishwarasya tulya. So, with the word tulya also, Shashti Vibhakti is used to show equal. And now, very interesting and helpful prayoga, usage, that is Karmani Shashti, Vibhajya Prayoga. What is this Vibhajya Prayoga? When so far we have seen simple sentences, problem that many people face when they have to make sentences is the verb. Exactly they don't know. Because when we will see verbs, we will see that there are so many things that you have to see. Whether it is Parasmai Pada or Atmane Pada, whether it is what we say, which lakara will be there, then how the forms are, whether they are from Prathama, Chaturtha, Shashta and Dashama Gana or from other Ganas, and then the forms become very, let me give you some example. Pathati, okay, Pathati, one verb, but then suddenly it becomes Dadati, not Dadati, Dadati, Ganayati. Now suddenly this ya comes from where we don't know. Namati, all the difficult part for many people who study Sanskrit in the beginning is to decide what is the verb, how the verb is to be made. Now this problem is solved by this kind of usage. You see, Pita dhanam ganayati. Simple sentence is there. Pita, father, dhanam, wealth, ganayati, counts wealth. Now suppose you don't know whether gana dhatu is ganati or ganayati. Suppose you don't know. There is one interesting way. Pita dhanasya gananam karoti. Pita dhanasya gananam karoti. So you know the word karoti, no? Every time use the word karoti, karomi, etc. One verb you remember and convert everything else into that. That is also possible. Pita dhanam ganayati means father counts wealth. Dhanasya gananam karoti means same. Gananam karoti means counts. Dhanasya of the wealth. But note here, dhanam was in Dvitiya Vibhakti. Dhanasya became sixth case. Shashthi Vibhakti. Gananam is in Dvitiya Vibhakti. So, aham pustakam pathami. Simple sentence. I study a book. Aham pustakasya pathanam karomi. I am reading a book. Meaning is same. But usage is different, you see. So, pathami, if I don't know how that patha, whether it is going to be pathami or pathayami, etc. If I don't know, simple, make it into pathanam and karomi. So, by heart one dhatu and all other things you can do. Some people do like this. What I am trying to say is, such kind of usage is also there. Okay. So, instead of dhanam ganayati, it is dhanasya gananam karoti. Pustakam pathami, instead of that, pustakasya pathanam karomi. So, in this way, when we convert it into Vibhajya Prayoga, Shashthi Vibhakti is used. Dhanasya, pustakasya. More such examples can be given. Okay. Aham chalanam karomi. Not very nice usage in the sense that those who study Sanskrit as, elite language, they will make fun of us if we make such sentences, but it is good for beginners. So, aham pustakam pathami, instead of that, aham pustakasya pathanam karomi. Okay, dhanasya gananam karomi. Like that. So, 8 usages we have seen. What is the first usage? Connection between the relationship between living being and object. Owner and owned object. Second, relationship between two human beings. Again, Shashthi Vibhakti is used. Third usage. What was the third usage? Have has. In the meaning of have has. I have a pen, etc. Fourth usage was hetu but with the word hetoho. That was the fourth usage. Fifth usage what? With those avyas. Bahihi. Not bahihi. Upari, adhaha, prashtataha, agre, samaksham, purataha, dakshinataha, vamataha, etc. With all these avyas and krite also. With all these avyas also Shashti. Sixth usage we saw was nirdharana Shashti. To show the comparison where among is used. Seventh usage was tulyaha, equal to. Last 8th usage is karmani Shashti or vibhajya prayoga. Where vibhajya means to break. So what we are doing is ganayati we are breaking. Ganayati we are breaking into gananam karoti. Now when we break it, that which was earlier dhanam, the separate word which was there, which is not broken, that changes its vibhakti because of the division in the verb. Ganayati became gananam karoti, so dvitiya already is there, karma has already come, so previous one has become shashti. So dhanam ganayati is broken into dhanasya gananam karoti. Pustakam pathami is broken into pustakasya pathanam karomi. Vibhajya means dividing. Prayoga means usage. Usage when you are dividing. Okay. So these are Shashthi Vibhakti usages. Let us see some examples. Ramasya Janakah Dasharatha. Dasharatha is father of Rama, Ramasya. Paninihi Vyakarana Shastrasya Karta. Panini is the creator of Vyakarana Shastra, of the science of grammar. Hastayoho Vishayah Vastugrahanam. Tattvabodha, from Tattvabodha this line is Hastayoho, of hands, Vishayah, object, or the purpose or the function is what? Vastugrahanam, to hold objects. So to hold objects is the function of hands. Two hands, no? Hastayoho, Dvivachana, two hands, hands are two. Hastayoho Vishayah Vastugrahanam. Pandavanam Pranaha Krishnaha. The prana of Pandavas is Krishna. Asuranam Guruhu Shukracharya. The guru of asuras, of demons, is Shukracharya. Then Mandirasya Puratha Tadaga Astiva. Same example came. Very good. Mandirasya Puratah. In front of temple, Tadaga Asti, there is a pond. Vidyalayasya Prishtatah Ambra Vriksha Santi. In most of our schools, isn't it? Behind the school there will be a complete what is it called in grove, no? Mango grove. That is there. Ambra vriksha santi, mango trees are there. Jivanam deshasya krite bhavatu. Jivanam bhavatu, may our life be for the sake of the nation. Beautiful. Deshasya krite, for the sake of the nation, may our life be. Praninam gajaha mahakayah. Among the animals, praninam, you see here, nirdharana shashti. Among the animals, gajaha, elephant is mahakayah, is huge. Praninam gajaha mahakayah. Saha ishwarasya bhajanam karoti, vibhajya prayoga. Saha Ishwarasya bhajanam karoti. This can also be converted into Saha Ishwaram bhajati. Saha Ishwaram bhajati. Saha Ishwarasya bhajanam karoti. Can you see that? Ishwaram bhajati broken into Ishwarasya bhajanam karoti. Therefore, vibhajya prayoga. Okay, saha Ishwarasya bhajanam karoti. Sarve janaha deshasya sevam kurvantu. Sarve janaha, all people, kurvantu, do what? Deshasya sevam, service of the nation. This is also vibhajya prayoga only. Sarve janaha deshasya sevam kurvantu. Desham sevayatu. That's also correct. Sevam kurvantu sevayatu. Sarve janaha, all the people must serve the nation. Do the service of nation. That is what? Do the service of nation. Okay. This way we have examples. Sugrivaha Vanaranam Raja. Sugriva is the king of monkeys. Vanaranam Raja. Correct, na? Sometimes Nirdharana Shashti also can be used. Among the monkeys, Sugriva is the best. Raja is also used to show that he is the best. That way also. Or simple Shashti also can be used. Right? Let us see some examples from Gita and then we will conclude for today. From first chapter. Tasya sanjanayan harsham kuru vridhaf pitamaha simhanadam vinadyochaihi shankham dadhmo pratapavan. Bhishmacharya, after listening to saddening speech of Duryodhana, Tasya Duryodhanasya Harsham Sanjanayan, in order to bring joy to him, Tasya Harsham, his joy, Tasya his, Shashthi Vibhakti. Same chapter, Senayoho Ubhayoho Madhye Ratham Sthapayamechyuta. Arjuna is telling to Shri Krishna, you place my chariot in between the two armies. Senayoho Ubhayoho Madhye, in between the two armies. Of Ubhayoho Senayoho, of the two armies, Madhye, in between. Same chapter. Yotsyamanavekseham ya etetra samagataha dhartarashtrasya durbuddhehe yuddhe priyachikirshavaha. Arjuna is saying that I want to see who all have gathered here. There only he says, durbuddhehe dhartarashtrasya. Of that Dhartarashtra, Duryodhana, durbuddhehe. Again Shashthi Vibhakti. Why? Because don't forget what we have seen earlier. Visheshana will always follow the noun. Dhartarashtrasya Shashti Ekvachan, durbuddhehe also Shashti Ekvachan. Shashti Vibhakti only. Durbuddhehe, of the person who is having wrong buddhi, wrong intellect. Dhartarashtrasya, of that person who belongs to Dhritarashtra. So Shashti Vibhakti is used. Second chapter. Dehinosmin yatha dehe kaumaram yauvanam jara tatha dehantara praptihi dhirastatra namuhyati. The knowledge Bhagavan Shri Krishna is giving. Dehinaha. Dehi, embodied being. Dehinaha, of the embodied being. Asmin dehe, just as in the body. Yatha kaumaram yauvanam jara. There is a sequence. Kaumaram, childhood, yauvanam, youthhood, jara, old age. Dehinaha, for the embodying being. Here also this particular thing, please remember, in Shashthi Vibhakti, two prepositions are there. Of or for. Both can be used. Of the embodied being also is correct. For the embodied being also is correct. Both can be used. Shashthi Vibhakti. Second chapter. Nasato vidyate bhavaha na abhavo vidyate sataha ubhayoho api drashtontaha tu anayoho tattvadarshibhi. Asataha bhavaha na vidyate. Of asat, Shashti Vibhakti, bhavaha, existence, na vidyate, is not there. That which is non-existent can never exist. Na abhavo vidyate sataha, sat, that which is existence, of that existence, sataha, bhavaha na vidyate, abhavaha na vidyate, there is no absence. So there is no presence for a non-existent thing, for a non-existent asataha, and for existence there is no absence. Ubhayoho, of both of them, drashtaha antaha, the end is seen, anayoho, of these two, tattvadarshibihi. Of these two, sat and asat, anayoho ubhayoho, of both these two, antaha drashtaha, the end is seen by the reality seers, tattvadarshibihi. Shashti Vibhakti is used where that only you see. This is a very tough verse to explain. Okay, I am not explaining the philosophy aspect of it. Asataha, of non-existence. Sataha, of existence. Anayoho ubhayoho, of these two. Ubhayoho, two. Anayoho, these. Of these two. Shashti Dvivachan. Antavanta ime dehaha nityasya okta sharirina anashinaha aprameyasya tasmat yuddhyasya bharata. Again, Shashti Vibhakti is used. Nityasya, of that which is eternal. Anashinaha, of that which is indestructible. Aprameyasya, of that which cannot be compared, incomparable. So, of eternal, of imperishable, of incomparable. Of Shashti Vibhakti. Jatasya hi dhruvo mrityu, dhruvam janma mritasya cha. Very famous line from second chapter. Jatasya, for the person who is born, mrityu dhruvaha, death is sure. Mritasya, for the person who is dead, janma dhruvam, birth is confirmed. So, person who is born, his death is confirmed. His death, you see, jatasya. Of the person who is born, death is confirmed. Of the person who is dead, birth is confirmed. The circle always continues. So, jatasya mritasya, Shashti Vibhakti. Now, we go into the 10th chapter. Okay, as I told you, Nirdharana Shashti is there in abundance in 10th chapter. 10th chapter is Vibhuti Yoga, Vibhuti Vistara. Okay, Adityanam aham Vishnu. Among all the Adityas, I am Vishnu. Jyotisham Ravihi Amshuman. Among all the luminaries, I am the sun. Marutam Marichihi Asmi. Among all the Maruts, 49 types, I am the Marichi. Nakshatranam aham Shashi. Among all the stars, I am the moon. Nakshatranam aham Shashi. Like that, he continues. This different kind of Shashti also is used here. You see, Tejah Tejasvinamaham. Among all the luminaries, I am the light. I am the light among all the luminaries. Now here, there is a slight difference, you see. When he is explaining like this, no, Adityanam Aham Vishnu means what? There is a set of Adityas, and in that one is Bhagavan Vishnu, is Shri Krishna. This is called Nirdharana, no? Among them, among a group, he is one of them. He is one among them. But this kind of Tejas, Tejasvinamaham, etc. is among all the luminaries, the light that makes them luminaries, everything is Bhagavan. That is a different kind of usage. Among all the luminaries, I am the light. Means what? Every single luminary is giving light because that light belongs to me. That is how this Tejas, Tejasvinamaham, Jnanam, Jnanavatamaham. Among all the wise people, I am the wisdom. See, if you would have said among all the wise people, I am Vyasa. I am giving you example. Okay, then it is Nirdharana Shashti, simple Shashti is correct. That there are wise people and among that one is Bhagavan Shri Krishna's Vibhuti. Right? But that is, of course, he is given like that also. But there are also places where he is saying that I am that essence that makes everybody like that. So I am the wisdom among wise. I am the light among luminaries. This kind of usage also is there in 10th chapter of Gita. That also is in Shashthi Vibhakti. Mama Tejomsha Sambhavam. This entire thing is born from my one part. Teja Amsha Sambhavam. This entire thing is born from my minuscule particle, minuscule power. So many places Shashthi Vibhakti is used. Okay, I have given just a few examples from Gita. Everything that is highlighted is in Shashthi Vibhakti. Okay, chalo, let us conclude for today. In the next session, we will see the last Vibhakti, Saptami Vibhakti, and then we are done with Vibhaktis. So difficult. No, nothing difficult. Okay, chalo. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.